Hey guys, I'm back. I fixed another one of Lego's problems, although this one might not be considered a problem, but I considered it a problem. Um, so let's get right into it. We actually don't have to leave the light box today. I got the receipts today. I have everything in hand for once. All right, so Hulk Big Fig. You remember these? They made these the start. I mean, they existed, but this one's from 2012. This is the one that came out in the Avengers 1 set. You can see it is bright green. The head cannot move. The pants are molded in 3D, so you can see there is a lip for the pants all around on the waist and around the ankle, knees. And there are lines to indicate the toes are molded in. The toes are important. So, decent for its time, but outdated. Come along to whenever Age of Ultron came out. I don't remember what year, but we have now updated to an olive green color, which is accurate for the MCU Hulk. Keep in mind, this bright green fucker was supposed to be the MCU Hulk. Wrong color. So come along Age of Ultron, they have fixed the color, but we have downgraded. The toes are no longer indented. They are now printed on, and they are printed with dark green, which is fine, although there are no other dark green elements on the figure besides the lines on the face, which kind of stand out, in my opinion. The rest of the chest is a barren wasteland. And we now have printed on pants. This dude is wearing leggings, which is fine for that movie only. In Age of Ultron, that is literally a plot point that the Hulk wears stretchy pants now because he keeps ripping his pants. So that's actually fine. But the problem is, we keep moving forward. The newest big thing, you'll notice a problem. Don't worry about it. The pants are now still leggings. These are supposed to be torn, denim shorts or jeans or whatever. They still have them just printed on, smooth, like the Hulk's wearing yoga pants. And they're not supposed to be. On top of that, the toe printing is now gone entirely. He has no toes anymore. They've completely gotten rid of the toes. But what they did do, you have to imagine, because I lied. I don't have a second newer Big Fig. But the newer Big Figs, the heads are now a separate piece and can turn. So the heads now have articulation and swappable hair pieces. Not many hair pieces out there, but they exist. Well, I wanted to combine all of these aspects of these Hulks and create an ultimate Hulk. I wanted the olive green color. I wanted the three-dimensional pants. I wanted the toe indents. And I wanted it, I can't remember if I said color already. If I said color already, I wanted it to have the posable head. So those four things: color, head, pants, and toes. So, you can tell, I took a Hulk. I took the newest 2025 Hulk that came in one of the Avengers sets, these newer ones, that had a posable head and was olive green. And I took the original, original 2012 Big Fig Hulk, and I cut them in half because I wanted to use parts from them. So you can see visually, here's what's left. There's the inside of a Hulk Big Fig, by the way. I have spliced them entirely. And that splicing has resulted in this. So, I now have an olive green Hulk whose head is posable and can turn. His pants are three-dimensional all the way around. There's a lip to his pants. And he's olive green because I painted the feet. You can tell, based off what I used, I had to paint the feet of this one olive green. The rest of this one was already olive green, but the paint is just slightly different. I mentioned in the last one, the olive green paint. So here it is. Citadel Layer Elysian Green. This is very, very close to Lego Olive Green. Almost a perfect match. But with this sheer amount of real estate and how big these Big Figs are, hence the name, it stood out quite well that the chest was painted and the feet were painted, but the arms weren't. I actually didn't paint the head. I don't know how well it comes across that the head is actually not painted. You can definitely tell. Kinda. It's shinier. But overall, not that much of a difference. So you could argue. Oh, I also had to. Oh, he just rolled completely out of frame. Another thing about the newer big figs, they put ugly ass 4 studs on the back of them. You can kind of actually see the remnants of one right there. I don't know why they do that. It's horrendously ugly. I guess, certain characters, especially the Hulk, don't need it, but they got to show that it's a Lego thing somehow. So they put 4 studs on the back here. Well, I had to cut those off and sand them down and get rid of them too, because the old version doesn't have that, and actually the old one has the superior back sculpt anyway. So my original plan was literally just to paint this guy this color. Paint around the face and just paint every single aspect of the bright, well, swapping all the arms, but paint all of this into this color. But then Shane and Aaron were like, well, give me articulated head. He's got to be able to turn his head. So I did this instead so his head could also turn, and use the better hairpiece that's more accurate to the MCU Hulk. So it was a fun project either way. Oh yeah, and the pants are painted too. You can see they're definitely more matte. I haven't glossed this thing. But if you want to know, Xandri... Oh, this isn't... Oh, I used this earlier, that's why. I've been painting more things. The next fix video uses this too, actually. I'm already working on the next one. I'm loving it. Xandri Dust, Citadel Xandri Dust, is a pretty good match to Lego Dark Tan. You can see this is shinier because it's printed, but same color, just different finishes, but it works. But yeah, that's what the original plan I was going to do, was just paint this guy olive green so he looks more color accurate. But Shane and Aaron said, no, give him the posable head. So that's why we got to cut some big figs in half and make this Frankenstein's monster of big figs amalgamation. And so we could get the toe lines. It's so we could have the indented toes. Why did they take away the toe? I know why. It's so they could reuse the big fig as much as possible. Because someone mentioned this. You notice these seam lines at the top here around the head. All of them have the same seam line, except for the original, of course. Originally got that. It's so they can reuse these big figs for as much as possible and customizable. So if they don't have any molded pants or toes, then they can turn this into, another shitty Thanos and just swap out. Actually, they don't even have to do that anymore, because now that the heads themselves can swap, they don't even have to worry about swapping from the shoulder up, unless they use that one shitty Thanos with the molded helmet and shoulder pads that can't turn. So it's all for money. It's all cheaper. It makes sense in a production environment, but it doesn't make sense for the Moose Figs channel. So that's why I had to update it. But yeah, otherwise, all the other thing I did, we've never gotten a Bruce Banner minifigure. I lied. We have. We've gotten a couple. I'm dumb. Never got a Bruce Banner and a purple shirt minifigure, so I painted one. You can see it's glossy and it sheens weird. But yeah, I just took a blank purple henchman goon torso and painted, it looks like the Indiana Jones shirt, the collar especially, but throw on the Mark Ruffalo head, gave him dark tan legs to match the big fig, and, there we go. There is Avengers 1 Hulk with Avengers 1 Bruce Banner. His head can turn, he's the right color, he has the molded pants and the toe lines. He has everything I wanted in a Hulk big fig from that particular movie. Of course, like I said, Age of Ultron, this is actually pretty good because he's supposed to be wearing tight yoga pants, stretchy pants, but they left out the toes. Gotta have the toes. And apparently I'm a foot guy. Oops. Didn't want that on the internet, but now it... But yeah. That's it, though. I'm going to calm down now. I don't know why I'm yelling, but that's everything. Next fix video, wager a guess who it is if you want. But that's it for the Hulk here. So hope you enjoyed this. I'll keep making them. I'll make the thumbnail at some point while this is uploading. And yeah, bye.